Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. I'm just in the garage of Pain and Dreams where I train some of my clients. Today I wanted to talk about the number one problem that I see with people when they're using Myfitnesspal. Now, Myfitnesspal has served me fantastically over the years with loads of clients, with myself. Every time I've done any kind of successful fat loss journey, tracking has been a key part of it. Now, this is something I would like to overcome and go to intuitive eating. That really is the next stage, I think, is to move beyond tracking. However, a lot of us are still in that phase where to successfully lose fat, we do need some tracking and some accountability, both to ourselves and maybe to others if you have a trainer. So the number one mistake that I see people making with Fitnesspal is eating back their calories from exercise. So say they go on an hour-long cycle, Fitnesspal tells them they burn 800 calories, they pop this in, and then they eat up to that point where they are now meeting their calories for the day. Now this, in theory, should work. You should be able to burn off the calories and then account for them. But for some reason, this stalls weight loss or stops fat loss altogether. I think the reason for this is, A, we don't burn as many calories as we think when we're training, and B, we don't record as accurately as we think. So we're actually eating a lot more calories than we're putting down. This seems to vary in the range of between 200 to 400 per day that people are underestimating their eating by. And it almost seems like the exercise is doubling the sort of estimation of how many calories you're burning. So my recommendation is, don't put your exercise in at all. Just pick your daily number. So for me, I'll lose fat on 2,200 to 2,300 calories, which is quite a lot, but it enables adherence. So on those numbers, they're quite high. So I'm not going to end up binging on those numbers because it gives me enough food to feel satiated and feel full. Now I'll lose anything from 0.2 to 0.5 kilos per week for the duration of however long my cut tends to be, which is usually 8 to 12 weeks. But it's really easy on that amount of food. I think the problem that people do is they take their calories down too low. They factor in these calories burned from exercise. So really on the days that they're supposedly in a deficit, they're not. And on the days when they don't exercise, they're in such a ridiculously high deficit that they end up overeating, getting really hungry, willpower runs out, and then they just have a binge by the end of the week or on a Friday, Saturday, or whatever. So I suppose there's probably two main mistakes. Number one is eating back calories from exercise. Number two is under-recording or over-reporting exercise. Number three would be setting your calorie totals too low. So really for a man, you should never go below 2,000. And I wouldn't really like to see a female going below 1,500. And you could easily add 200 calories to that number unless you're really, really small, really, really short, or you're already very, very light, in which case I would question why you're recording your calories and trying to lose weight in the first place. So there we go, guys. Number one mistake, stop putting your exercise into Fitnesspal. It's inaccurate and it makes you eat loads more, and then you gain weight, and then you need to do more exercise. And what we really don't want to get caught in is what's called the diet cardio trap, which many people, including myself, have been caught up in for years, where you diet really, really hard, you do loads and loads of cardio, it makes you really, really hungry, you eat loads and loads of food, and then you need to do loads and loads of cardio to get back in a deficit. Just create your deficit with eating and make walking your main form of exercise, because it's not going to drive up your hunger levels, it's not going to drive up your calorie intake like things high intensity cycling, fast running, like sprints, HIIT sessions. They're just, in my opinion, not that effective for sustainable fat loss. And sustainable fat loss is the name of the game. If it takes you a year to get to your goal, that's better than it taking, a month for you to get to your goal. But the next month you gain all the weight back. And this is something I've learnt myself many, many times. I've been to the well and back on this stuff and just frustrated myself so many times with quick weight regain. Just to give you an example, like now I can cut to 85 kilos eating 2,300 calories a day. When I used to cut to 85 kilos, I had to eat 1,200. So nearly half, because I cut too aggressively, lost muscle, and then I needed to take my calories very, very low in order to lose fat. So yeah, the take homes from this today, I'll try and flash them up on the screen. Don't eat back your calories from exercise. Just pick a number and pop it in, be it probably, let's say, ballpark figure, 1,600 for girls, 2,000 for guys. Start there, track for a week, and see if you're losing fat. My guess is that if you stick to your number every day for a week, you'll be surprised at how much weight you'll actually drop off in that week. So aim on it being a little bit higher. That will stop binging, or will stop sort of negative behaviours that are moving towards like disordered eating. So yeah, just eat plenty of food. If I could add in another sort of side note, it would be keep your protein relatively high as well, but that's maybe something I'll get into another video. If any of this is confusing, please drop a comment in the box below, and I will answer your question, or I'll make another video on it. So thanks very much, guys. Peace out, and I will see you in the next video.